They say the streets of old Karachi change after midnight. The noise dies down, the air thickens, and sometimes something ancient rides among us. This story begins on a humid July night when Iqra made a mistake she was never meant to make. Iqra was a 25-year-old university student, independent, smart, chakam, but practical. She stayed late at her friend's place that night. An assignment, endless chai, and laughter. By the time she left, it was 11:47 p.m. She called her Kareem, canceled. Auto rickshaws? None in sight. She lived only 15 minutes away, but the streets were dead silent. Not a soul, not even a dog. She stood beneath the lone streetlight at the corner, fidgeted, dialed, waited. And that's when she heard it. A lone rickshaw turned the corner. It wasn't flashy. In fact, it looked older. Rust on the sides, torn canopy, one flickering headlight. But the driver? Hidden in shadows. He didn't say a word, just looked at her and gently tapped the empty seat beside him. Something in her said, "Don't get in." But logic, exhaustion, won. She stepped inside. As the rickshaw took off, Iqra noticed something strange. They weren't taking the route to her home. They turned left instead of right. Then another left. Then into an alley she had never seen before. She asked nervously, "Excuse me, where's this road going?" No answer. She leaned forward, but the driver didn't move. He wasn't even holding the handle. The rickshaw was moving on its own. Iqra's heart pounded. She looked out. No landmarks, no houses. Just long, endless streets with names she'd never heard of. No people, no noise, no way back. The rickshaw came to a stop. In front of her stood a massive iron gate. Rusty, covered in old vines. Above it, carved in Urdu, Kabristan-e Khamoshi, the cemetery of silence. She looked around, nothing. Turned back to the driver's seat. It was empty. She was alone in the rickshaw. She ran down the path, back into the street. Or so she thought. But every direction led back to the cemetery gate. No signal, no sound, just the distant echo of her name being whispered. Whispered voice. "Iqra, come back. You haven't paid your fare." It started again. The rickshaw reappeared. Same position, same driver. She refused to get in. She screamed, but this time, it wasn't a choice. Invisible hands dragged her. She clawed at the road, kicked, screamed, but no one heard. The ride began again. This time, the road was different, twisted, endless. The sky above, pitch black, no stars. The driver finally spoke. Driver, calm, cold voice. "We only come for those who ignore the rules. Never ride alone after midnight, and never stand under a broken streetlight." The next morning, her parents filed a missing report, but there was no trace of her, except for a single thing. A torn scarf found near the old cemetery wall, and a blurry CCTV image of a rickshaw that didn't match any registered vehicle. Locals say this isn't the first time. Every few years, someone disappears. Same pattern. Late night, empty streets, old rickshaw, vanished, and always the same last sighting. An old man in a black kurta, driving a rickshaw that wasn't made in this century, heading toward a graveyard that doesn't exist on any map. So next time you're out late, and a rickshaw pulls up without being called, don't ask for the fare. Don't make small talk. Just walk away, because once you sit in that rickshaw, you'll never know if you're going home or if you've already been taken. Tell us in the comments, would you ride it? And if you saw a lonely rickshaw at midnight, what would you do? This was The Rickshaw That Only Arrives at Midnight narrated by storytellers. Like, comment, and subscribe for more horror that lurks in the dark.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.